Hello, this is Michael Gfroerer, piano teacher, music theory teacher, music creation teacher, composer, and pianist. And this is lesson number 4. It was intended to be lesson number 1 for a new student to explain this system, but I decided I needed 3 videos before to get to this lesson, which is about harmony. So just a brief review about my system. So what I'm doing is I'm colorizing the notes. So you see A is orange, B is purple, lavenderish, C is black, D is green, E is yellow, F is blue, and G is red. So I came up with this color system basically with 3 rationales. So one is psychology. So I wanted something which was basically easy to see the difference, because some of the colored note systems have kind of a more rainbow-based color approach, and I don't think it's as easy to notice the difference. So I have some nice contrasting colors which help us differentiate the lines and spaces. I also used an aesthetic appeal so that it looks a little better than the rainbow color gradation. And the other thing that I actually used was music theory. So you'll notice that C is black. In Latin-based languages, this is called do. D is re, E is mi. But with Germanic English-based languages, we use the music alphabet A to G. Also in some Asian countries, they tend to use the solfege. So C is do, D is re, E is mi, F is fa, G is so, A is la, B is ti, or C in some cases. So I want to get right into this. So we're jumping right into a C chord. And you can see that the C chord is C, E, and G. So I have my handy cubes here. A student of mine gave me these, but you can get them at the dollar store. And I put the note names on them. So one of the ways I teach this is I say to children, let's have a pizza party. So you're going to invite 5 people. So, and you want to count heads to make sure you get enough pizza. So this is actually a really great way of learning this concept, because there's different ways of counting and measuring things. So with this system, music, what we call intervals, C would be 1, D is 2, E is 3, F is 4, G is 5. So even if we take away the D, C, D, E is 3. Take away the D, C to E is still 3. So if you look at the piano keyboard, C is 1, D is 2, E is the 3rd. So think of people at a party. You're ordering food. You want enough food for 3 people. If 1 isn't there, it's still 3. So C to G is 5. So on the keyboard, it would be, so imagine 5 people, it's what is called a fifth. So if I take out the D, E, F, it's still a fifth. So harmony in most cultures is based on thirds. So if we look at C to E, that's 3. If we look at E to G, that's 3. So we take this away. C to E is a third. E to G is a third. So on the piano, C to E is a third. E to G is a third. I can play them broken or solid. Still a third. E to G is a third. Broken or solid. So in the music notation, you see that I wrote the C, E, G. And what we can do with our cubes, this is a great way. You don't even have to know how to read music. If I pile them vertically, like the music, it's solid. So I would play them together. If I separate them, like in the music, it's called broken. And it would be played. So if it's vertical, solid. If they're arranged horizontally, separate, it's broken. So the other thing you might notice makes it very easy. For the treble clef, also called G clef, we have the G, E, C. You see that they're lines, C, E, G. Now when we move up to the F, that's on the first space. So you see that F is on the first space, A is on the second space, C is on the third space, and there's 4 spaces, 5 lines. I'm not expecting people to remember this, but this is just a basic introduction into harmony. So even if you can't read music, this might be helpful. So again, we're going to look at F, G, A, B, C. So remember your pizza party, there's 5 people, order pizza for 5. So if we take out the G, F to A is still a third. If I take out the B, A to C is a third. So remember our harmony based on thirds, which is called tertiary harmony. We can do it broken or solid. A to C, broken or solid. Then I could do the whole chord. So that's the treble clef. This might help you with learning your lines and spaces. So this middle C is on what is called the ledger line. So we have to draw a special line below the staff. E is on the first line. G is on the second line. F is in the first space. A is on the second space. C is on the third space. So this is actually page 52 of my book. I'm going to have a brief look at the left hand. So again, we have C, E, G, solid, arranged vertically, broken, separate. Let's just show you on the piano. So we want to go below middle C. This is middle C. We have this C, this E, and this G, solid, broken. Now we're going to go to the F chord. You see we have solid, arranged vertically, F, A, C, broken. And on the keyboard, what I call special F, because this is the F around which all the lines and spaces and notes on the staff are arranged. So we have solid and broken. So one of the other things I want to talk about, and this goes back to the second video. This is actually a very advanced piece by Ravel called Tempo de Couperin. This is the prelude. This is actually level 10 on the Royal Conservatory of Music. student working on this, and I wanted to show you to a degree why I think learning harmony is so important. So what we have here is we have broken chords all the way up from the bottom. So Ravel writes, this is hard working around the tripod. So he starts down here and writes A, C, E, G, B, D, A, C. And then going up. So in just working my way around to get to the pedal, and I'm going to try this. So this is one of the reasons why I think harmony is so important. So harmony is generally taken advantage of and somewhat ignored, but really it's one of the most predictable things in music. Melody, which will be the next video, really is very changeable. Pulse is, as I mentioned, what I call the glue, which holds the music together. But for the most part, harmony is one of the most important things because the melody has to agree with the harmony. And for the most part, the melody will come from the harmony. So I hope that's helpful, and keep practicing.